Okay, Pops.
Are we back?
YourAutoAdvocate.com. Go become a member. Wow, what is going on with my hair? That's okay. We are going to do...
People ask that question. The number of comments that I've seen where people say, get a hairbrush, Zach.
We are going to do a success story today.
About your hair?
No, about Kevin. Kevin, sorry to lead in with...
Sorry this became a hairy success story.
Kevin
Yes.
wrote in, Dad.
Yes.
Did an awesome job getting a car deal. Thought we'd walk through it. Wrote a bit of an essay. You ready?
The one thing I've noticed about a lot of our members is they're all frustrated authors.
I'll read this to you. Get your reaction?
Sure, absolutely, since I haven't seen it yet.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Hi, fellas.
Yeah.
Long-time listener, fifth-time writer.
Wow.
We love that, by the way.
Yeah.
If you ever call in on one of the live shows, please say long-time listener, first-time caller, or second-time or third-time.
Yeah, or
if you're
however-
Kendall, your eighth time.
Or if you're Robert, who never gets through.
Sorry, Robert. Yeah. I began my research on buying a Honda Pilot 8-passenger touring all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
The MSRP was around $45,600 in January.
Yeah.
I binged-watched your videos, completed Deal School. Deal School is a great free resource back on the website.
Yes.
Sent out email templates to 10 different dealerships within 100 miles. Email templates back on the website.
Cool.
According to your market summary, I should make an offer of for the sale price of $40,800.
Okay.
Therefore, I had this minimum target number in my head of a sale price of at least 10% under the MSRP. So Kevin decided, okay, around $41,000 is what he'd aim for, with an out-the-door price with taxes, title, fees of $44,850.
Okay, so his goal was to get his out-the-door price below the MSRP, which is a reasonable goal.
Yep. Because MSRP again, $45,600.
Yes.
Out the door, $44,850.
Yes.
My goal is to get the price behind dealer cost. According to the Car Buying Strategies website, so that must be another website that's out there, the dealer cost was $41,900.
Yeah.
Dealer invoice, destination minus holdback equals dealer cost.
Yeah.
That might be right. Sounds like it could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way to know the true dealer invoice cost
is to see the dealer invoice, and then we can walk you through it.
I received 3 quotes.
Yeah.
So 3 out of the 10 dealerships got back to him.
That's
Sounds about right.
The unfortunate reality of the car business, that you can expect less than a third to actually respond to an opportunity to do business.
One of which was $45,800 out the door.
Which sounds like basically the MSRP.
Yep. I decided to wait and see if I could chase a better offer. I contacted a few dealerships during the last week of March, believing that since it was the end of the month and the end of the first quarter, I may receive more attractive numbers.
Yes.
I received a couple of quotes on March 30th, one of which was $45,300 out the door.
Okay.
The best number thus far.
Yes.
The following week, April 5th, I continued to test if a local dealership would match that number.
Yeah.
They didn't come close. Some quoted $48,000 out the door. Little did they know they were dealing with a
small potato.
Am I correct that a legitimate dealership will always honor their quote, but an unscrupulous one is not bounded nor required to honor that email quote?
Even a legitimate dealership might not honor their quote.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then on Friday morning, you know what they'll honor? A signed buyer's order.
Yes.
And you know what? We have empathy, especially you do, because you dealt with so many tire kickers.
Yeah,
so you get it. You see it from both sides.
That's part of the issue that arises.
Yeah.
For dealership personnel.
Yeah.
In that when you want to be taken seriously, they've had so many people just kick tires and never buy cars that they become jaded, and it's hard for them to know the real buyer from the pretend buyer.
Then on Friday morning, April 9th, I started receiving numerous texts and phone calls, some from general/sales managers. I received a call from one salesperson stating he has one coming off the truck this morning and sent me a worksheet for $43,800 out the door.
That's really good. I
was offered a selling price of $39,300. If my calculations are correct, I got 14% under MSRP. They blinked first. Under MSRP. They blinked first with that offer. I texted this quote back to the first dealership to see their response.
Yes.
If it was not the end of the month nor the end of the quarter, what is your best guess as to why the sales manager allowed such an aggressive initial offer without testing if I was a big potato?
Yeah.
With the chip and foam shortage, why wouldn't a sales manager wait until the end of the month? I could have waited longer to see if the prices may continue to drop, but with the chip shortage, I felt comfortable with the number, and as it did exceed my target.
Mm-hmm.
I know they didn't go exactly $2,600 behind dealer cost because they kept the floor plan money, maybe $250. Floor plan usually around half a point of MSRP.
Half to 1 point.
So probably a little more than $250.
Yeah.
We arrive at the dealership and see a sold sign with our names on it. The car has 4 miles. I assume they took it out for a test drive. We tested all the buttons and infotainment system. We took it for our test drive. The car sells itself. We head inside and the salesperson asked if we wanted an appraisal on our old car. I replied, sure. So let's actually just pause for a second.
Yeah.
So this is April 9th. So this is the beginning of the next month.
Yes.
Why'd they come with such a competitive offer, do you think? Just came off the truck.
Yeah, that's really a good question. Maybe they missed a goal in March, by 1 or 2 units, and then the sales manager's thinking to himself, "Well, I'm not missing the April goal this month. I have to hit the April goal to make up for missing the March goal." Sometimes the manufacturers will pass along extra money to dealerships to utilize how they want. It's part of a big stash of money that they give the dealerships, and they can use a percentage. Or we used to get like $500 increments from Mini.
Yeah.
That you could sometimes apply to deals just to make a deal.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Next, the salesperson asked me to complete a credit check. I declined until I saw the actual numbers on the paperwork.
Yeah.
He appraised my car for $500 below CarMax. I declined.
Okay.
In the finance office, I double-checked the VIN numbers and odometer. We added 10 miles on our test drive, but the document still had 4.
Okay.
I don't think it should be an issue.
It shouldn't, but it should. The salesperson should have updated the miles to the finance manager after you guys got back from the test drive, so that the paperwork will be accurate.
He presents his menu of service contracts, all of which I quickly declined. He did mention that electronics are not covered under the factory warranty, which surprised and concerned me. On one document, I caught an additional $276 included in the final price. The finance guy replied, "I don't know how that happened. I was ready to walk." He took it off the sales price.
Yeah, and the reason that happens is certain charges are just defaulted in, and if you don't click them off, if you forget to click them off, they'll show up. But the finance guy should have caught that.
Am I correct that even after I signed everything, if I don't take the keys, there is no sale?
Depends on the state.
Yeah, different states. If you
different
drive it
states
off the lot,
have different rules. In some states, you have to drive the car off the lot. In other states, like Arizona, where I worked, once you sign the contract, it's a done deal. You could never drive it, but you own it.
We take possession of the keys and head outside. It was dark. Upon approaching our new vehicle, a person with a hood covering his head walks right up to me. He removes his hood and says hi. It was an ex-student of mine, and he was also shopping for a car. It's so funny. Yeah. I pulled up Your Auto Advocate on YouTube and had him take a screenshot. I instructed him to go home and watch your videos before he steps onto the lot again. I'm still their teacher even after they graduate.
Good for you.
Kevin must be some sort of teacher.
Yes.
Professor. As I was enjoying the sound system and the LED lights on the dark highway home, we received a text from the dealership. They texted that they weren't able to match that number, and that if I was certain that the price is not for a 2-wheel drive version. So this was from the competing dealership he was trying to get to work. There's a $2,000 price difference between an all-wheel drive and a 2-wheel drive.
Yes.
Suddenly, I got a sick sensation in my stomach. After everything I've learned from you, did I make one major mistake? It was a very long 10 minutes until we arrived home. I exited the driver's seat and made my way to the rear of the vehicle and slowly glanced at the left rear, hoping to see the Touring all-wheel drive badge. It was not there.
Oh, my God.
I proceeded to slowly scan over to the rear right of the vehicle. ... Touring all-wheel drive. I got my unicorn $43,900 out the door. I am truly grateful for your mission to give back and educate the masses on how to deal with this archaic and sometimes broken sales model. To show my appreciation and support for your mission, I will continue my membership fees so you can continue to build your business. Knowledge is power. Kevin.
He gets the stamp of approval. That was a wonderful tale.
It was a good story.
Yeah, it really was.
And a good example of how
patience and persistence.
How involved the process can be.
Yes. How it can run longer than you were hoping it would. But he stayed persistent. And, let me just double check with him again. And every now and then.
I mean, if you think about it, his original best OTD was 45.8. 45.3.
Yeah.
On March 30th.
Well, the first one was 45.8.
45.8, 45.3. He ends up at 43.9.
Yeah.
And if he hadn't gotten those 45.3 numbers, the other ones were getting were around $48,000, he said.
Yeah.
I mean, so Kevin saved thousands of dollars by doing the due diligence.
Last time I checked, yeah, at least 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know about your hourly rate, but mine doesn't pay that well. Like,
Mine doesn't pay at all.
but genuinely, right? Like,
when do I start getting paid by the hour?
Next month. No, you just get a fixed. But seriously, right? Like, it seems like a ton of work.
Yes.
Because it is.
Yes.
But it's a lot of money back in your pocket.
If it when done right, yeah. I mean, how much time did Kevin put in? I don't know, but let's say Kevin spent 20 hours.
Yeah,
he saved $4,000. Do the math. That's worth
$500 an hour.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you have it.
Plus, the other thing is, if you do all the work up front in advance.
No, it's not $500. It's $50 an hour.
Yeah, but if he spent 4 hours working, wait.
Yeah, but he spent 20 hours.
Wait.
We're assuming, it's $50.
It's $50 an hour
on $4,000.
I don't think so.
Yes.
No, it's not. 20 times 50 is what?
10. Two times 5 is 10.
It's not $50 an hour.
Well, then what is it?
All right, time out.
Yeah.
4,000.
Yeah, divided by 20. It's $20 an hour.
No, it's not. It's $200 an hour.
No.
Yeah, it is. It's $200 an hour. 200 plus 200 is 400 plus 200 600 plus 200 is 800.
Okay, whatever you say. Yeah.
Yeah, because 200 times 5 is 1,000.
Yeah.
Kevin saved $200 an hour.
And we're guessing that he invested 20
hours.
Maybe he only invested 10.
But the thing is, even by doing all that upfront work,
yes,
it sounds like you can also, and we know this from the amount of stories we get, you then have a quicker experience at the dealership as well.
Typically, yes.
So it's a win-win.
Yes, for everybody. Trust me.
Well, Kevin, thanks for sending in your story.
Yes.
Pops, thanks for giving Kevin the stamp of approval.
Absolutely, and I can't wait for his next novella.
If you have a success story, go back to yourautoadvocate.com/success-stories, or if you have an account, just in your account, maybe we'll put it up on the screen. You can just click share deal story.
I like that.
We love to hear the stories. We love to make videos about them. Congrats, Kevin.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations, Kevin. Enjoy your new Honda Pilot.